Hello my friends and welcome once again to Let's Play Earth Defense Force 2017. It's been a little while, but let's get straight back into our continued forceful defense of the Earth. Now last time we kicked the Hornet's nest by literally going downstairs, as it were, into the place of the spiders and the ants, and blowing them all up with our guns and stuff. That upset them, and now they're coming upstairs, and they're gonna try and kill us. In Mission 47 Uprising, the mission description states the lord of their nest is forced to the surface. This is not true, as you can see from the picture, as there are multiple lords.
Select going into combat.
We are going to have some lord trouble. Lord knows we don't deserve it, but we're going to have to deal with it. We're going to have to deal with all the giant ants and giant spiders.
We've got to keep fighting no matter who we're facing! Yeah! We'll join you.
I get the feeling we're probably going to be facing giant insects. You know, like we usually do, unless there's robots or something. Okay, this is a tricky mission. Thankfully we're only playing on hard mode, so it's not impossibly difficult. But we are going to have to play it smart.
This is confidential. The Battle Fortress X-3 will be deployed to the North American front. The largest battle in history is about to begin in North America.
The Earth Defense Force Insect Armageddon guys are having a lot of fun, it seems, in North America. Well, I'd like to come over here and try and deal with this spider as quickly as possible. You want to be careful in this mission not to attract the attention of multiple giant insects at once. Well, sorry, giant insects. Of course, you're used to dealing with multiple giant insects. Anyway, more than one king spider or queen ant at a time can really ruin your day. So it's best, wherever possible, to blow yourself up with a rocket launcher.
We've got to keep fighting no matter who we're facing!
Okay, let's try this again, but this time more cleverer. Well, the Buffalo is a bit of a liability with its very slow reload time, but I brought it mainly because it chews through these giant insects very quickly. I should probably quickly pop off and just say we got that one back there, you may have noticed already. You got this one up there, and I believe we've got another couple back there, and finally two over here. I believe there's 3 of each type. It's a bit difficult to see, but you can see there's 2 over there, there's 2 at the back here, and there's that guy and this guy. That's who we have to deal with. And all their little mates, of course.
You're scared, join the fight.
Right, let's be a little more stealthy in our approach this time. I think, unfortunately, I went straight into the guy last time. And I get into a nice position. Thankfully, they don't aggro on you until you're very close. He's a little close to the tower at this point, though. I might want to wait until he comes back this way. As soon as we attack him, he is going to draw aggro. And if he's too close to the ant on the tower, the ant will also come and get us. Of course, my soldier guys could... I don't think he's going to get any closer, is he? I might have to just bite the bullet. Oh, looks like my soldier friends have made the decision for me. Okay, it should be a couple more shots, and... Is he dead? No, he's not dead. Okay, I am dead though. He fired right on my face and I am super dead. Okay, this is going very badly.
We've got to keep fighting no matter who we're facing!
Yes! Yes, we will kill them all. Okay. My problem there was I dallied too much. Let's not dally this time. Let's just go for it straight away. Let's do some... I'm frankly amazed that I've got this far without colliding with everything.
The Battle Fortress X3 will be deployed to the North American front. The largest battle in history is about to begin in North America.
I'm in a bad place right now. Maybe this isn't the best strategy. I swear this worked the last time I did it though.
We've got to keep fighting no matter who we're facing!
We'll join you.
EDF, yeah. Okay. You know what they say about a bad strategy? A bad strategy is just a strategy you haven't repeated enough until it works. That's what they say about it. No arguments. No arguments at all. Okay. I didn't want that.
This is confidential.
That can go away.
The Battle Fortress X3 will be deployed to the North American front. The largest battle in history is about to begin in North America.
Okay. This is quite a high-risk strategy using the shotgun, but I'm all about the high risk. There's sort of a distance you need to be away from this guy where he won't just instantly kill you. Right, okay, that's good, that's good. Now they're dead. Can focus on the little guys. Remember, always check your map so you don't get snuck up on. I think that's everybody who's aggroed towards me. There's this spider over here, but he seems to be minding his own business for the moment.
Hold your fire. We'll open fire when we get close.
Oh yeah, you'll hold your fire this time. Great. It's really helpful last time when you didn't do that at all. Right, this should be a little easier now we got our guys with us.
They don't see us at all. Go, go, go! Get ready to fire!
I think we've managed to only attract one. Get a few more pot shots in while he's descending the tower.
Come this way and I'll kill you!
That's the idea.
They're coming! Don't let your guard down!
Where is he gone? She gone even. It's a queen ant.
Coming! Draw them in closer than fire!
Although it's got wings, so technically it's a giant drone? Not a drone. Is that what they're called? I can't remember. Ant biology. Anyway, it's a male ant. Oh, it is a drone. A drone is the male ant, and the worker ants are the female ants, of course. As a woman's place, of course, is in the ant's nest.
Take aim! Sir, yes, sir!
Wait, I want the health. Okay. I think we're doing alright so far. Let's do a quick reload. Tactical reload there. Remember, there's no reload button in this particular game. Only took 4 games for the for that important feature to be incorporated, of course. Speaking of that, Earth Defense Force 5 is on the way apparently, and it has a run button. Which seems sort of sacrilegious, but also very, very, very welcome. Right. Okay, we are in trouble here. Come on, closer. Closer. He's here, okay. Got him.
Are you alright? I need ammo!
So we might have attracted the queen ant, or we definitely have now.
Are you alright?
Another interesting thing about Earth Defense Force 5 is that it's set in the year 2022, I believe. If the trailer is to be believed. Which is interesting because that puts it squarely between Earth Defense Force 3 and 4 in the timeline. And unless everybody forgot about the invasion that happened 3 years before 2025, it suggests that it's either a new timeline and a whole new invasion, or more likely a return to the original timeline of Earth Defense Force 1 and 2. Because Earth Defense Force 2 took place in 2019, only 2 years after the first invasion in those particular games, rather than the 7 years it took for the Ravagers to return. So this could be our first HD Earth Defense Force that doesn't feature the Ravagers, rather than the Invaders, or even a third set of almost identical aliens. More evidence for this is the appearance of a UFO-shaped saucer enemies in the trailer, which are reminiscent of the saucers from Earth Defense Force 1 and 2, although not exactly the same. The colour scheme is also very, very different. It could well be a whole new alien species. Well, there's a great deal of difference between the Invaders and the Ravagers, of course. There's a bunch of aliens that turn up in the sky in giant ships that drop bugs on us. More of a design-wise. The thing is, some of the most iconic enemies in the Earth Defense Force series are Ravagers. I mean, the design of the spaceships and everything, if they're not Ravagers, then that will be completely different. We did see what could be the mothership in the trailer, and it did look a lot closer to the saucer-shaped motherships from Earth Defense Force 1 and 2. But it wasn't an exact match once again.
This just in from the North American front. The EDF has decided to deploy its battle fortress, X3, in an attempt to destroy the mothership. North America is about to become the stage for humanity's final battle.
I'm going to give you a spoiler right here and say that North America is very much not going to be the stage for America's final battle.
You copy? We're here to help!
Oh, we got some more guys, that's nice. A little late, guys, a little late. Just a tad too late. Of course, as ever, the final battleground for humanity shall be Tokyo. That's just how it works, I'm afraid. It's like every comic book and comic book movie can be set in New York, I'm sure every Japanese game can be set in Tokyo. Or every Japanese Earth Defense Force game. Anyway, that was mission 47. We got a whole... Oh man, that is something that's actually going to help a lot. The AF-20 assault rifle.
Think long and choose your weapons.
Let's go and equip that right now.
Up to 2 weapons at once.
It's going to make the next mission markedly less difficult. Now here we have 2 weapons that I'm loath to use, an assault rifle and a grenade launcher with a timer on it. But we need
Select
them
a mission.
for mission 48 RAF. Mission 48 RAF. See, apparently every giant bug in the nation is coming to get us.
Selected initiating operations.
Unfortunately, it may be every giant bug in the nation, but it's not every giant bug in the aliens' arsenal. The Ravagers have plenty more giant bugs to throw at us.
There's a huge horde of them close by. Watch your surroundings.
Everyone fan out and stand guard!
Okay, this is a 3-wave mission.
Right.
There's wave 1 right there.
Yes, sir!
Let's get
They're
some
coming from over there.
tank artillery going on.
Yes,
Yes,
sir!
sir! Look at the size of that army. The whole horizon's throbbing with them.
We can't reach them from here.
I say this is one of 2 missions in the game that I couldn't legitimately beat on Inferno mode. I did beat it, but using a cheesy method. The cheese in this case was to plug in a second controller and have a player 2 turn up and just drop a load of turrets at the start of the mission. That gave me just the edge I needed to actually complete this mission. This is a very difficult mission, is what I'm saying.
The captain's dead. Damn it. Let's get revenge.
This first wave at the moment is not too bad because we've got some EDF guys giving us a hand, distracting the enemy. They're dead now, so every insect in the nation is directly coming at us. This is why we cannot use a shotgun, because there are too many enemies. If we use the shotgun and have to deal with that incredibly long 6-second reload, we will be a completely undefensible sitting duck. This is why the assault rifle is necessary. We need to keep as many enemies as we can stun locked and just get them out of our face. It's a slower way to kill, but is a more reliable way to kill than the shotgun. Shotgun's more suited for large single enemies than it is for hordes, unfortunately. Though it is quite effective at hordes in some cases. Right, what we got? We got a spider and an ant. Let's kill the spider and leave the ant alone for the minute. Reload our stuff. And go and grab some health. The next wave won't happen until that ant is dead, which is a nice thing. Being able to control the pace of the waves is very, very important. So that may have seemed quite bad, but we're about to face the second wave, which is the worst of the 3 waves. Our support is dead. It is just us and the ants now, and the spiders and the red ants. We have no quarter. We have nowhere to run to defend ourselves. Our tank is dead. There's a couple more vehicles. I believe there's a Vagolta and a speeder bike, but they're not really ideal. Unfortunately, there's some high-level strategies that involve using a speeder bike to get to certain places very quickly that let you have the most defense as you can have against them. Give you the most time. The strategy I used for completing this mission, even though I cheated a little bit with the second controller trick, is something I learned from a YouTube video. I don't exactly remember the name of the channel. I'll put a link to it if I remember. Hopefully I will. But basically some guy went through all the missions in the game
Approaching fast. They're coming from 2 directions. Prepare for battle.
and showed you how to complete them on every difficulty. Well, not every difficulty, on Inferno difficulty, the hardest difficulty. Which is a very, very useful series of videos for actually completing this. It's a lot easier in co-op mode, of course, if you can stomach the slightly worse frame rate, which of course you can because you're playing Earth Defense Force, and why on earth would that be a problem for you? If you don't have somebody crazy enough to want to play this game with you two-hand, some of these levels are very hard to complete. And that particular YouTube channel, which I should definitely remember to link, had some very useful strategies. Now, here we are. Thankfully, our support has finally arrived. We have a small respite. this is why this is the hardest wave of the three, is because even though the next wave I think has more enemies coming from more directions, the support has appeared. And a lot of them are going to actually survive and be very useful distractions for the next wave. So we're actually going to have a chance to defend ourselves a bit. Though one thing to note is it's going to be a little harder. Just a tiny bit harder to ensure you don't end up stuffed by the next wave appearing too fast, as there's EDF guys who might kill that last ant you've been saving so you can gather health. Unfortunately, it's a spider, we cannot let the spider live. So we now need to roll ourselves towards some health.
A large number of the enemies
Oh, that's bad luck. Might have accidentally ended up directly where one of the waves spawned. That is not what I wanted to happen. Got 30 health. We got 3 health. Yes! Okay. Okay, we are not going to be able to get that health right now. Oh, okay, great. Right, a couple of little tidbits about EDF5 that they've shown so far is the new UI elements of showing you your ammo in your off-handed weapon. It's a nice addition. Showing how far through the reload you were when you switched it away. Some nice quality of life stuff really, along with the run button. I must say, I'm not the biggest fan of Insect Armageddon, but that run button was pretty useful. I'm glad that they've taken that on board. So you must remember that Earth Defense Force 4 was in production at the same time as Insect Armageddon. It's very hard to tell what, if any, ideas from that game were incorporated. I'm actually very interested to know.
This just in from the North American front. The mothership has seriously crippled the battle fortress X3. The EDF's combat units have reportedly also been destroyed.
Right, that's one of the hardest missions in the game. Until the next hardest mission in the game, of course. Anyway, thank you for watching. I've been Mr. Philby. You've been bored to death. Goodbye.